don't panic, don't panic. One more act, we're gonna take a break or we're gonna escape our lives. Anyway, you guys ready for the next final act of the first half? Let's welcome to the set fantastic Patrick McLaughlin!
Thank you very much. That was actually all part of the act. I'm in a great humor, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I've ever felt better, although there's two people leaving right now. As a vote of confidence in my comedy, they're going to discuss me in the privacy of the toilet cubicle. Why not? Why not? I'd love to be a fly on that wall. But I'm in a great humor, ladies and gentlemen. I was playing Scrabble earlier today, and I got the word sphincter on a triple. Does life offer any more than that? It's the little things, ladies and gentlemen. Almost a housekeeping note. If your appetite for smut and filth is tremendous, I'm afraid I'm not going to satisfy it. I'm the comedy version of Dunn Store's homeware. Think of me as scented candles. In fact, my comedy has been likened to getting a lap dance from the guy who presents Grand Designs. That's what you got to look forward to. Regardless of how my time up here on stage goes, I want to make this commitment to you now. Regardless, funny, not funny, at the end of my set, I'm going to reenact the final scene from the movie Saltburn. Tremendous enthusiastic from this gentleman here in the front. He's the last man that I was hoping would be enthusiastic about. That's okay, I'm going to go on. Cillian Murphy referenced earlier, is it just me? I mean, we're at the peak in some ways of Irish film, but also I just read the byline for Irish Wish. I haven't seen it, I don't think I will. Lindsay Lohan travels to Ireland to a pal's wedding, meets St. Bridget and magically swaps places with the bride. Any takers on that? You rushing to the cinema to see that? Anyway, a couple of reviews, because I know most of you don't know me, so I'd like to just put you at ease, tell you you're in good hands. Recent performances were reviewed as such. They're all available online. A recent reviewer said, best thing to happen in this country since the plantations. Second reviewer said, in danger of becoming an icon. And the third reviewer said, with his low musical voice, it's like a fireside chat with Jimmy Savile's barrister. My natural constituency has narrowed to here. This could become the comedy version of a lap dance, where I perform just for you. I got into comedy for a number of reasons. One is centered around, you may have heard of it, it's the Brandolini asymmetry principle, which states that the energy required to resist bullshit is greater than the energy required to produce it. And the other reason I got into comedy is it affords a man an opportunity to say things that can't ordinarily be said. I mean, I was at work today, I was talking with a client. I work for a tech firm, but you knew that. Sometimes I think the midnight blue velour offers a modicum of disguise, but you're not fools, you're not fools. But I was talking to a client earlier on today, and I said, listen, to accelerate AI, you've got to do two things. You've got to modernize your ERP, and you've got to migrate to the cloud. But here, in the basement of Shinay, after dark, I can say things like, the Chinese are sneaky. It seems, for my two friends here in the second row, it's not that what I said was racist. It's that it wasn't racist enough. Talking about the far right, I've no time for segues. They're an emerging force in Ireland, ladies and gentlemen, and their slogan is, Ireland is full. Ireland is full. But I've been to some comedy clubs lately. and Ireland is not full. There's plenty of space for both far right and immigrants. Any far right in tonight? I probably shouldn't ask in such an overt way. Let me do it in an underhand way to protect your identity. Anyone who hasn't seen me before, could you raise your right arm in a rather stiff and rigid way? No takers on that one. No takers on that one. I have to say, I feel a certain sympathy for both the far right and for immigrants, because they're both minorities. And I myself, ladies and gentlemen, am part of an ever dwindling minority as a white, privileged, upper middle class, home owning, mortgage free man. Anybody? Could it be that even collectively you come close? Apparently not. Apparently not. I don't mean to rub it in, but as if that set of circumstances couldn't be any more isolating, I'm also very good looking. I would, ladies and gentlemen, happily show you my chest. Only I don't react well to compliments. I mean, let me ask you, when I stood up here tonight, could you sense the presence of an alpha male?
Oh yeah.
That should have remained unsaid, it's implicit. I am, ladies and gentlemen, every guy your girlfriend tells you not to worry about. Is it just me, or is there a genuine sexual tension in the room? You're sitting there and you're thinking, my God, this is a tight 5-6 minute set. Ladies and gentlemen, this voice is 24/7, 365. Can you imagine waking up beside me? Some groans there. Sometimes I wake up beside me and I look over at me and I say, oh, you again? I'm single. And you know what? I should thank you, first and foremost, I should thank you for allowing me an opportunity to discuss my intimate life with strangers in a basement. How can I put this? I'm a man of the 70s and 80s. Ireland back then was very, very different. We were emotionally unevolved. The last time I shed tears of great joy, it was actually quite recently. My neighbour told me how much they paid recently for their new home. The last time I shed tears of great sadness was when the neighbour on the other side told me how much they paid for their home back in 2010. But I know there's a couple of people in the audience tonight from Spain. I have a certain sympathy for my good friend Luis Rubiales. I identify with him too, because for me, I think this is why I'm single. Prior to Me Too was a sort of golden age for me. I look back on that era of sexual opportunism with tremendous nostalgia. I'm losing people one, two, three. I mean, look at me. God be with the days, ladies and gentlemen, when a man like me could roam the office floor with hands like an octopus. I'm gonna live in your heads for the rest of the night, rent-free. Thank you very much. That's my time.
Very sexy, Patrick McLaughlin! Guys, that's it about first. We're going to take a 10-15 minute break and go upstairs for a drink or the toilet, do some cocaine. We're back on crack and second now.